Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Thoughts of a Rambling Mind. As you know, I only make videos when I find something intriguing, and of course, I'm intrigued. In this video, we're going to be talking about Errol Spence and some of the subtle tactics that he uses that most people aren't able to see. He's often judged because of his defense or the perception that he lacks an elite level of defense.
It's shorter than you think.
Well, the reality is, Errol Spence has subtle maneuvers of body positioning. Hey, this positioning allows him to attack his opponent while being out of position to be attacked himself. You can see here, Errol Spence steps to the outside of the lead leg of his opponent. This serves multiple purposes. One, it closes the distance. Second, it allows him to evade the attack from the position that he gains. When he steps outside the leg or inside the leg, it allows him to be in a position to force the opponent to miss. Depending on the side that Errol Spence steps to, that'll also be the side that he leans to, allowing him to evade the attack. Now, the keen eye can see at this point that Errol Spence's defense has been highly understated. Notice how he steps away from the attack and stays relatively grounded, relatively home. This gives him the perfect position to be able to counterattack. Put the sweet science on full display. Hit and don't get hit. Now, these counterattacks are usually vicious in nature because the opponent is always out of position to defend against it properly. Notice how he makes them reach, miss, and then pay for their mistakes, which inevitably leads me to Errol Spence's next deadly destructive talent in his ever so deep bag of tricks, the step back counter. As we all know, Errol Spence is relentless when it comes to getting on the inside. He gets inside the guard, inside the opponent's attack, and inside the opponent's chest. He's actually so good at getting inside, it's too effective. He smothers his attack and his opponent's attack. Now, this might be intentional for defensive purposes. So what Errol Spence does to solve this issue is to take a step back, creating the space he is looking for so that he has the ability to attack. And again, this attack is vicious. Now let's talk about Errol Spence's ability to hide his punches. He uses his body and turns his body in a way so that it blocks his power hand from his opponent's vision. He's then able to sneak a shot in where the opponent will not be able to see it in order to defend it. He uses his shoulders in almost like a football bump in order to create the space, like the fighters of old, and it gives him the space he needs to create his attack. These attacks, since often are not seen, are not protected against. Here, Errol Spence demonstrates body manipulation. Notice how he uses his left lead hand in order to maneuver the head, shoulder, or arms of his opponent, allowing him to put his adversary in a position that makes it more advantageous for him to attack. Controlling the opponent is a key facet to Errol Spence's game plan. See, his style is so simplistic that these tactics that he uses allows his shots to go through unnoticed, unseen, and undefended. An undefended or unseen shot is the most dangerous shot in boxing. Errol Spence, taking side steps, body control, and other tactics, forces opponents to miss when they do get a chance to fire back. Most opponents that do attack in return strike his back or ineffectively strike at his chest area. This does not slow down Errol Spence in the least. On the contrary, what it actually does is opens up more opportunities for a high volume puncher. Errol Spence's style forces his opponents to take a defensive posture more than an offensive posture, which means that these tactics become increasingly valuable as this fight goes down the stretch. The use of one or two of these tactics is not what makes Errol Spence impressive, because most boxers use one, two, or more of these tactics during the course of a fight. What makes Errol Spence so impressive is that he sews together a perfect scene of these different tactics and uses them in almost every interaction and exchange. There's some form of body control, body manipulation, step back spacing, outside foot positioning that is happening in every single interaction in an Errol Spence fight. It is fundamentals on steroids. Errol Spence is a well-rounded, well-grounded fighter for the ages.
Can't believe I don't want to watch them bomber clad no more. I put my trust in them, now we're losing.
These are my thoughts of a rambling mind. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I read and reply to all comments down in the comment section. And I'm out.